Hello everyone. Initially, we'd like to say a big thank you for purchasing our Simple Budget Tracker. We're a small business that prides ourselves on creating simple but effective Google Sheet financial planners, and your purchase enables us to improve and continue creating. So to begin with, I'd like to show you some of the key features that are going to help you track your finances. The first step is to fill in the start date, end date, and currency. I'm going to put in the 01 May 2024 and the 31st of May 2024 as the start and the end date. For currency, you can use any currency around the world. Personally, I'm based in the United Kingdom, so I'm going to put pounds sterling, and as you input that, it automatically populates the currency across the spreadsheet. The next step is to input income, savings, debt, bills, and expenses. So you might have say £1,900 as an income from a primary job, and you generally know that you're going to earn that, and your actual that month was £1,900. You may have a side hustle or a secondary income, and you might be sort of endeavouring to earn £200 from that income this month, but you actually only went and earned £150. In terms of bills, you might have things like rent, gas, phone, Wi-Fi, insurance, vet bills, water, and electric. For rent, you might know for sure that you've got £650 budget for rent, and know that your rent is £650 as it's a sort of fixed expense. Gas, you might have or might be expecting £150 or up to £150, but your actual is £50. Phone, 35, and you know that that's a fixed expense, so you know that your actual is 35. Your Wi-Fi is £29, and then the actual is also 29. Same for insurance, you might be budgeting £30 because you know that you've got £30 worth of insurance bills. Vet bills, you may have budgeted up to £200 if you've got a couple of pets, but fortunately that month you didn't actually have any vet bills, so you can put a 0 on actual. In terms of water, you might have budgeted £30 but ended up having a few extra baths or longer showers, and you actually spent £50 on water. And for electric, you may have budgeted £150 but actually only spent £97 because it's a summer month and didn't need to spend as much. You can see as I'm filling in these values that the budget column is automatically populating. You can also go through the paid column throughout the month as you know that that's coming out of your bank account, and just saying that that's paid. And then once you've done this across all of them, you'll get a total all paid changed at the bottom. Moving on to savings and debt, there might be a couple of things that you're saving for. A big saving goal might be to purchase a house or save for a house deposit, a holiday, or a car. So you may be wanting to sort of save £250 per month, and then you know that by the end of that month you did actually go on and save £250. For holiday, you might have been aiming for £100 but only actually managed to save £50. And for car, you might have been saving £80 a month to try and purchase a car, but only actually saved £70. In terms of debt, you may have a credit card debt, and you may also have a current car loan. So you might be wanting to pay off £150 of your credit card debt this month and £150 of your car loan, but only managed to pay £130 of your credit card, but also only managed to pay £100 of your car loan. So again, you can see here that you can go through and select yes once you've paid those things, and then the budget column is also populating, which is telling you how close or far you were from your actual budget versus the actual. Moving on to expenses. So this is where you might sort of list any sort of key expenses that you have throughout a month. A big one is often groceries. You may like to go to the cinema, you may like to stop at Starbucks or Costa Coffee on your way to work and purchase a coffee, and seeing friends. This tab's a little bit different in the way that you're going to put in your budget, but your actual is going to be sort of automatically calculated by the tracker that I'll show you in a moment. So say you want to spend £180 per month on groceries, £50 on a month for a cinema trip or two, £30 a month on coffee, and £100 on seeing friends. And as you can see, that as you're sort of going through the spreadsheet and populating, the charts around the outside are starting to fill in, and the total income, total outgoings and largest expense are also started to be highlighted. Now moving on to the expense tracker at the bottom of the page. So this is where you'll put your actual expenses in, and it's kind of up to you how you want to do this, whether you want to sort of track and log every single transaction you make, or if you want to sort of bulk some of those transactions in similar categories together, that's absolutely fine as well. So to begin with, you'll start by putting in the date of the purchase. So on the 3rd of May 2024, you may have spent £30 seeing friends. In this category, you don't need to type seeing friends, you just need to use the drop down and select seeing friends, and that drop down is populated by the values that you put in the cells up here. And you can see now that you've put a £30 value there, your actual value on seeing friends has now increased. So you can start to see how you're tracking against your budget, and you're 30% into your budget for seeing friends. Just to add some more examples to show you, on 12th of May 2024, you may have spent £60 on the cinema, and again, just need to use that drop down. 15th of May 2024, you may have spent £50 on groceries. 23rd of May 2024, spent £40 seeing your friends again. On the 27th of May 2024, you may have spent £8 on coffee. So you can see that we've seen friends twice this month, and we've got a total actual of £70, which is taking a sum of both of those and adding it together to give you a total budget of £70. You can also total sort of budget spend of 70% of your budget, and you can also see that you've gone over your budget by 20% against the cinema. Additionally, now that the whole sort of spreadsheet has been filled in, you can see that you've got sort of true real values and charts around the outside. So you can see that your total income was £2,050, your total outgoings was £1,729, your largest expense was seeing friends, and you've got a remaining balance of £321 to spare. So it's then sort of up to you whether you want to go on and save that, or sort of put it towards your sort of debt and savings sort of pots. So the final thing that I wanted to show you today was our 3-year savings forecast tool, and this is an additional spreadsheet that we've included as a bit of a bonus feature into this product. And what this does is supports you with your sort of savings goals. So say you've got a saving goal in mind and you want to work out how long it's going to take me to save that amount of money. This is the tool to use. So I'm going to put a starting month of May 2024 and a goal month of May 2026. I've left the currency as pound sterling, and I'm going to put a starting amount of £321, as that's how much money we had left in the previous example on the budget tracker. And I'm also going to put the savings amount as £321. So the sort of idea here is that, okay, I managed to save £321 in May. What would happen if I, how much money and how quickly would I reach my goal if I continue to save £321 every single month? So we'll put an overall saving goal of £5,000, and we can immediately see that this goal is going to be reached in July 2025. So as you scroll down, you can see the sort of accumulation of your savings as you work towards July 2024. And then we've got a sort of change of cell color here as and after you reach that goal. However, you know, we also added another feature that gives a bit of a what if prediction. So say I save my £321, but actually I managed to put an additional 20% away each month, so an additional £64. How quickly am I going to reach that goal? And we can see that that's in May 2025 down here. So you reach that goal sort of two months earlier or so. You can also see that in the chart on the right hand side, how that sort of trends against those months in a more sort of visual form. All in all, that's our sort of simple budget tracker. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's been helpful in sort of explaining how to use the tracker. And I'd like to conclude again by saying thank you once again for your support. In addition to this video, we've got quite a comprehensive README and instructions page, which provides the sort of written instructions if you need to quickly revisit. But if you have any further issues or questions, please do feel free to contact us directly on Etsy.